Alright everybody, we're back for another version of what I'm playing, and this one we're calling Oops All Units, because this deck is nothing but units. There's no orders in this one. We're trying another version where there's just all orders, and our friend the Pain Train has returned. So we're going to try the Pain Train again. But this one, again, there's some specials, there's some elites, of course, in this one, but this one is just orders, and we're all American, or we're all German and American, and we have that core that we were talking about before, too, the Panzer III-Js, and the Nebelwerfers and the Panzer 38s making up part of that, and then, of course, the Panzer IV F2s. So that German core returns, but we have some friends around it, and these are all units. So we'll see how we do, and yeah, let's get after it. Alright, so first opponent up here is Smoking Snake. Sure. Yeah, we'll keep this hand, it's okay. A lot of our units, even though we are oops all units, we do have deployment abilities, or the Wildcat kind of has like a pseudo deployment ability. Oh, my audio's all messed up here, so let me just switch that up. Prepare for the jingle. There you go. Alright, so up against Smoking Snake, who's on Cherbourg, so let's see what happens. Alright, we can't do anything anyway, so might as well just get an attack in. These little Panzer IIAs, they're a tough little tank. Alright, so we can take out a 5th Brigade pretty easily. Here, I think all three of our options are good. Draw a card, do a little damage, or smoke screen. I think I'm going to go with draw a card, just because if they're playing Americans and British, then they're playing the long game. 5th Brigade we can just snap off with a Panzer, so not too worried about that. Alright, gunship mission takes out our Panzer, but it drew us a card, so we're okay. Alright, I think we just go with another Panzer. Let's just draw another card. Panzer 38, and then our one other unit there, and our Shermans are really our only source of card advantage, so we gotta use that correctly. Alright, I think we're gonna move this Panzer up, and we're gonna drop a Sherman behind it. Okay, because if we're gonna be playing a longer game here, we just gotta be careful with our card advantage. Alright, naval bombardment for our opponent. Alright, that hurts. Alright, they can't move the 7th Regiment though, so that's actually not bad for us. Ooh, and a nice ME BF 110. Alright, I think we drop the Panzer now to take out the 5th Brigade still. That's still our plan. But we can attack with the Panzer and then pick off this 7th Regiment with a Nebelwerfer if they move it. These 110s can be really devastating if we can get them going. Okay, Greyhound's fine. Alright, no attacks for our opponent. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so it's 2 to attack and 2 to move forward. That leaves us 3 left over, huh? I think we're going to go with the Sherman taking out the Greyhound. I think we're going to get our P40 out there, and a Panzer, and a little Panzer. So if they still move into the front line, that's fine. We'll just use this Panzer instead of a Nebelwerfer. Alright, gunship mission for our opponent, going after our P40. They are going to use that 7th Regiment trigger. That's fine. Alright, great big convoy. Okay. Ooh, another BF-109. Okay, we definitely want to take the front line at this point. So let's get this 7th Regiment out of here. And let's grab the front line with both of our tanks. And next turn we can start dropping some 110s. Alright, carpet bombing cleans up our whole board. So good play by our opponent there. But I think if we can go 1 to 10, 110. Do we have a blitz tank that can help us out there? We don't. Let's go this way instead. Let's go Panzer. Alright, and then we'll go with a Panzer 3J and take the front line with that. We really want to get our 110s online as soon as possible. Alright, 101st Airborne for our opponent. Okay. I mean, we'll take out a 101st Airborne, sure. And an Omokan Giant, okay. I mean, you know, trading back and forth here with our opponent. Another Greyhound, okay. Alright, let's go Stug, Stug, Stug. And let's hold on to the rest just in case there's another carpet bombing on the way. Our 5th Brigade is fine. Alright, a gunship mission's okay, so we're out of carpet bombing range, so that's good. Alright. Cadet Nurse Corps, okay. They don't take the front line, wow, okay. Alright, enemy spotted for our opponent, but that's fine, because we're going to start getting some BF-110s online here. And unless our opponent has almost an immediate answer for those are going to get out of control in a hurry. Alright, naval bombardment for our opponent. So they're much more of a sit back and have the game come to them kind of deck. Alright, 8th Cavalry, sure. A supply drop, okay. Alright, another Stug. Alright, well, I think we go with the big fella here. Eat up something from our opponent. Alright, and we ate up their biggest threat, really. We got 3 credits left, so I think we're going to go with a Nebelwerfer. Maybe should hit this 8th Cavalry with that, but we'll pass the turn back. Let's see what happens. Alright, gunship mission takes out our Nebelwerfer. Okay. Alright, big fella of their own. Alright, gets one of our 110s. Okay, well they have nothing to defend their big fella of their own. So let's take it, well, we can bomb it, then we can take out this 5th Brigade. Because, I mean, if we have to trade a 110, then that's fine. Well, actually, no, we can just do this. I didn't even see this Nebelwerfer in our hand. So then we can Nebelwerf the other 110, or their big fella, and then let's grab a card with our Panzer. Alright, then hopefully this 8th Cavalry sits in the back, and then we can get it off the battlefield with this this M16. Or if they move up into the front line, then we can take the front line. Okay. Alright. Well, we really want to... We need another spot on our front line, because they have all infantry out there. So let's put that back there like that. Then let's hit up the 7th Regiment, because I think we want to just cut our opponent off on cards. Alright, so they get a couple of 7th Regiments back in their hand. Wish we could take the front line. That'd be helpful. All right. Well, we got to pass. But they have 2 infantry regiments out there, so we can react to whatever they do. We have time on our side. All right, so they have an artillery unit, but this big fellow will just eat it up. All right, a Greyhound, sure. Time's still on our side. All right, 7th Regiment coming down as well. All right, they do take the front line. Okay. All right. Well, first thing we gotta do is get that artillery out of here. Can't have that running around. All right. Then we can take out this 5th Brigade. We can take out this Greyhound. Then let's get an F4F Wildcat out there. So we're kind of playing the air game here, where we can't easily take the front line, but we can react to whatever our opponent does still, because they're playing tons of infantry. All right, another Greyhound. Wonder if they're going to take out our 110. They do, so we're probably going to have to make that trade anyway. But right now we have quite the setup here, because we can just keep grinding out our opponent, and we get a Panzer, so that's helpful. All right, wish we had that Panzer before, but what are you going to do? All right, so let's take out this 7th Regiment. I don't think we just want to throw our Panzer away, though, because we don't have 110s to use it on anymore. So I think we're just going to drop the Panzer and let our opponent keep coming to us. Because, I mean, either of these infantry, they move into the front line, and then we just bomb them and artillery them. Alright, so the 7th Regiment's the one we want to get rid of first. Alright, then let's go after this 8th Cav, because we have backup. Alright, Unexpected Resistance was unexpected. I have not seen that card anywhere recently, but that's okay. We put that 8th Regiment back in their hand instead. And, if they're on the Commonwealth, they have a win here. Alright, so they're not on Commonwealth. Alright, they just pass it back. Alright, well, let's take out this 8th Cav. And let's get after their HQ. Let's get a couple of F4Fs out there. And again, Commonwealth gets us. If we get got by the Commonwealth, then that happens. Alright, Awoken Giant draws him a card. Alright, so M16 with the great big convoy, and then a Hellcat. Okay. Alright. Well, now we want that front line. So we got to take out the Hellcat. We got to take out this 8th Cavalry. And we got to hit this HQ. Just because I'm living in fear of that Commonwealth out there. Or potentially out there. Alright, let's get a Stug out there. I mean, we're setting ourselves up to kind of get carpet bombed again, but I think they would have fired it off already if they had it. Alright, so trade there for a Wildcat. Ooh, the Pain Train! Chugga 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 chugga. Pain Train coming at ya. Down to 11 cards in our deck though, so I don't even know if we want to put the Pain Train all the way out there. Alright. Grab that front line. Let's get some attacks in. We'll hold off on the Pain Train for now, just because I don't think we want to draw all that much more. We got 10 cards left in our deck. I don't even think we want this 22nd Infantry Regiment out there. Opponent's out of cards in their deck, though, so... Alright, Patton for our opponent. Alright, so Sherman coming in. Torpedo attack for our opponent, sure. Alright, so we get a half track, so let's just get rid of that Sherman. One card left in our opponent's deck. And let's move our Pain Train up. Draw 3 cards this turn. Alright, so... Okay, thought our opponent's deck was out. Maybe not. Alright, but we got this one all set here. So Awoken Giant for our opponent. And they scoop it up. So, good early win there for our Oops All units. Alright, so next up here is the Desert Wolf. We'll throw that Panzer back. Stugs are okay. Oh, Pain Train's not very helpful in our opening hand, but they're on a Soviet deck. You don't see a ton of Soviets running around right now. That's too bad. I really like the Soviet tanks, but I actually tried to make Oops All units with the Soviets because their tanks are so good, but wasn't in the cards. But that's okay. Alright, Katie's coming out. Alright, so we got to get rid of Katie. So, good one to get rid of early. Got more Stugs on the way. Alright, 42nd Rifles. Alright, we'll put the 42nd Rifles back in their hand. Get an attack in with our Stug. This might be a good Pain Train game if we can get there. Alright, Monty for our opponent. Okay. Alright, well, let's get our 22nd Infantry out there, and let's drop a Wildcat out there. We get to draw a card. Ooh, and it's a 110, so it's a good one. Alright. Another 42nd Rifles, okay. Alright, so we have multiple Panzers on the way. Alright, first thing I think we do is we take this front line and get a 110 going. Let's also attack the opponent's HQ. Now they're going to come in and grab the front line here, but that's where these Panzers start coming online. Knock them back a little bit. And we'll actually probably strafe one of them with our 110. So yeah, this might be a good Pain Train game. Alright, so Daylight Bombing out of Mad... Oh, they let us keep our infantry regiment. That's great. Okay. Alright, here I think we're just going to take out this 42nd Rifles and drop 2 Stugs. We're playing against a British player, but we have 1 turn until the carpet bombing's on its way, so... Alright, and a T-34. Okay. Alright, maybe should only dropped 1 Stug there. You know... yeah, let's get rid of a Stug. And then we'll trade off for 42nd Rifles. Let's drop a Wildcat. Because if that T-30, the Stug does a number on the T-34, plus we got to draw a card off of it, or another card off of our infantry regiment. So, all right, Airborne. Okay, now if they have some, okay, so they have the Euro factories as well. So they have quite the line going in the back there. All right, so they got a lot of good stuff out there. I think first thing we got to get rid of out there, though, for them is this KV, because it's expensive. and get some more attacks in at the HQ. Alright, they dropped the hammer on us. Okay. Okay, so big fella can come in and make a difference for us. Or we can get the pain train out there. I think we want to get the big fella going though. We're fine blowing up either of these. Alright, so they keep the T-34. So let's see if they have anything to deal with a B-17. Not by itself. So big fella's going to get a nice big 2-for-1 for us, which is extremely good. Take out a T-34, and he's going to chew up another attack too, so that's helpful as well. I think we're going to make him actually pay even more for that attack. You know, and then we're actually going to get this. We kind of throw away this infantry regiment, but it's drawn us 4 cards, and we get a nice top deck with another one. Plus it cuts off another attack at our B-17. Alright, so they have to use the hammer on that little infantry regiment. Is it pain train time? I think it might be pain train o'clock. Yeah, I think it is. It's pain train o'clock. Trade there. Alright, rescue mission. Okay, so they get a couple of T-34s in hand. But we're not really falling behind too much. Alright, KV for them. That's fine. Bloody sickle, sure. And a T-34. Okay. Pain train coming to get you. Alright, so get them down to 6. We do take 4 there. That kind of stinks, but... Alright, multiple fortifications for our opponent. Alright, pain train to live through that. Pain train don't mind. Alright, from the people, shrug that off too. Alright, so we'll put this KV back in there. And, ooh, a P40 would have helped. Alright, put the KV back in their hand. And let's go with, actually, let's get a 110 out there. How many cards do we have left? Okay, we have to draw 2 here as well. Alright, we'll draw a couple cards. So, probably lose the pain train here, but that's okay. Did its job. The KV 1941 is the one we're actually kind of worried about. Actually, an attack here would kind of... Attacking our HQ kind of rains on our parade as well, but maybe they won't do that. Alright, great. Saved us 5 points on our HQ there. I probably would have gone after the HQ. Alright, so this KV comes back. Alright, so we got to win this game, and we got to win it in a hurry. Okay, we're going with another Panzer. Chunk the HQ for 9. And then they don't know if we got another Panzer coming. Alright, so they do have a bunch of T-34s in their hand though. Okay. Can we get through these last couple points of damage? Let's see what happens here. We might come up a little bit short on getting the last couple points of damage through. Alright, so let's go with another Panzer 3J. Get our Stug out there. So let's see. I mean, they have to take the front line here. All right, Siberian transfer is a pain. Now they got 3 T-34s. They got all the T-34s over there. All right, KV, but it can't do anything. Fortification. Stinky. Stinky for us. Looks like we're going to come up just short here, I think. I mean, they could just attack our HQ. Yeah. Oh well. Let's go with, let's not give them the satisfaction. So, we were just too far behind there. Maybe with the Wildcat off the top, but what are you going to do? Well played by our opponent. Alright, so number 3 here with Oops All Orders. We're up against Shoeless Dude. Played him before. I'm going to throw one of the Wildcats back. We get it anyway, so. See what happens here. He's been playing a lot of discard lately, so we have to pass the first 2 turns, but that's okay. See what happens. Alright, so I'm sniffing out a Careless Talk right there. But I'd rather drop this Panzer, get the cycle, and lose it to a Careless Talk. That's fine. We'll get the draw off of it. Now we have 3 Wildcats coming up too, so. Alright, they have a Panzer 38 of their own. Ooh, the Pain Train. Alright, let's go with Wildcat number 1. Like I said, a lot of deployment orders on a lot of our stuff. Just because deployment, it helps out when you're playing Oops All Orders. Alright, so in an attack by our opponent, sure. Alright, a Stug. So let's go with a Stug. And we'll go with another Wildcat. So, see what Shoeless Dude is up to over there. Alright, Tactical Strike on our Wildcat. Going after our HQ. Okay. Alright, well, we can go Nebelwerfer and Nebelwerfer here. Get rid of that Panzer. We got past the turn back. So, I mean, Germany has a lot of Blitz tanks, and Blitz tanks are rough for us with double Nebelwerfer out there, but let's see what happens. Alright, Panzer IV. Okay, and we get a Panzer of our own. Alright. Well, let's see. These the Nebelwerfers are 3s. So let's go. Let's Panzer their Panzer. We'll hit their HQ. So they lose a Desert Rats. That's good. Alright, so Shoeless Dude thinking it over. See if they Panzer. I mean, they can Panzer for any of our stuff, and we're fine with that. Yep, that's fine. So we're gonna chunk their HQ. Get our infantry regiment out there, and let's hit their HQ again. We get to draw a card. Get in the Pain Train range, and we draw another Panzer IV. So perfect. I mean, we're fine with this trade if they want to make it. Right, a Black Watch, which is really negated by our deck. I mean, our deck is made to not have to worry about cards like Black Watch. Alright, so we'll half-track back their Black Watch. Hit that HQ again. And let's go with a Panzer 3J. We don't get a draw off this infantry regiment, but that's okay. Alright, fortification goes into the bin for our opponent. Another Black Watch, which we just kind of ignore. Fortification keeps them in the game, though. That'll keep them in the game for sure. All right. Ooh. So we can panzer it, but I think we're just gonna. We should just put it back in their hand, actually, since we kind of have just this kind of sneaky advantage over them. All right. Get to draw a card off of our 22nd Infantry Regiment. And we got Shoeless Dude in kind of a tight spot here. If they drop that Black Watch again, we can bounce it again. Alright, so they naval power back our Panzer 3J. Okay. They drop that Black Watch again. We're, unfortunately for Shoeless Dude, we are just we are just built to beat Black Watch. Alright, so let's get in here. Put Black Watch back in their hand again. I think they're trying. My guess is, if I was them, I'd be trying to figure out why Black Watch keeps getting bounced. But when you're oops all units, you can do. That's our advantage. So Black Watch again. All right, Panzer 38. And a Panzer 38. Alright, so here we just come in, we take out the Black Watch, we hit the HQ, and we hit the HQ and get the win with oops all units. Alright, so a nice 2-1 with oops all units. And let's click through these. We'll get right into our deck tech here on oops all units. So this one's pretty fun to play. Tough break there for Shoeless Dude that he kept playing that Black Watch into our all units deck. I think you got to see the power of the 22nd Infantry Regiment. It's a pretty strong draw engine if you can get it online. And when you're playing, Panzer 2As and Stug 3Fs, those are really good at getting out early and getting that front line, getting this engine going. And then you have the Nebelwerfers to help. You have some Panzer 38s to draw you some extra ones. And then you just have tank after tank after tank coming in. Don't be afraid to use your ME BF-110s. They're pretty good, so you might as well use them. Just make sure you get that boost to turn them into a 4-4. And then, the Pain Train didn't really get to do much for us there, but you saw the power of the big fella again. And yeah, that's oops all units, and it's just a solid all-around deck. Every card we're playing in this deck is like a B plus or better. Like, we don't have any outstanding card. Maybe like the Flying Fortress is probably our closest we have to an outstanding card. Like the P40 might be up there. But, they're all just B or B plus units all the way up this curve, and they're pretty, you combine them in that way, and you're going to just get a lot of wins. So that's oops all units. And just want to say thank you to everybody who's a patron. If you like our content, please consider supporting it on Patreon. That's patreon.com/cardspodcast, or drop by for a stream. We'll probably play oops all units on a stream, and that's twitch.tv/Cards Podcast, and those are Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Your local time may vary, so just give it a check. But that's oops all units, guys. Thanks so much, and we will see you again some other time.